We were talking earlier about hope and about the opportunity we have for some positive changes. What are you hopeful about? What encourages you, Ms. Karen, in this whole experience you've had now for several months with Bob running around trying to get people to pay attention?
Well, when we first started this journey, Bob has been involved politically in many things, and he's wanted to do some things that I wasn't really thought that it was that it was the thing to do. But when he told me that he was thinking about running for Congress, this is the time for him. This is the time that we need to, as Americans, stand up. I am hopeful because as long as I've been alive, I've never seen average Americans becoming involved in the political process like they are now. And I think we have become apathetic as a nation, and I think that apathy has really allowed a lot of this to happen. And my hope comes from knowing that Americans are getting their eyes opened. Their pocketbooks are hurting. Their children are not going to be able to have a possibility of a future like they had. They are going to be paying back this debt, and I don't know what is going to happen to our children if we don't stop this. And so my hope is that we elect people that are going to go and fight for us and that can take us back to our roots as a nation and get us back to what our founders wanted for our republic.
What about you, Bob? Where do you see this positive spin, or the positive? What are positive things?
Well, you know, one of the positive things that I've seen is in the Tea Party movement, in the protest movement, in the anti-animal identification meetings we've had across the state over the last 4 or 5 years, educating people, helping them understand the issues, and helping them to write letters, learn the phone number of their Congress Critter's office, and things like that. So in one way, I'm very encouraged by what I see, that people are stepping up like never before. They're realizing that the status quo isn't good enough. So in that way, I'm very encouraged. On the other hand, I'm very horrified when you see what things are happening in this country with the Wall Street bailout, the spending, what President Obama is doing, and the socialist agenda that we have with the Marxist mentality. We have all the czars and the social justice, the economic justice gang that is running this country. So on the one hand, I'm encouraged. On the other hand, I'm fearful for my country and for my grandchildren's future. But I do maintain that hope that we will take this current downturn and we will take this horrible thing that's happening with jobs and our economy and our property rights, that people will begin to rise up, just like our founders did, and that leaders will rise up all across this country, not only in this district, but in every district across this land. And they will rise up and they will say, enough. We want our freedom. We want our freedom. We want to be free. We want to live free. We want to breathe free. And we are going to fight for our freedom just like our founders did. We're going to fight at the ballot box. We're going to fight on the floor of Congress as we debate and fight for what we believe in. We're going to fight for this Constitution. And like I've said before, this is freedom on our watch. This is freedom on your watch. Are you going to step up and join the fight Are you going to tell your grandkids years from now that, yeah, there was a movement out there that kind of rose up for a while, and we watched it come and we watched it fade away, and then we lost our country? Or are you going to be able to tell your grandkids, yeah, when I saw that happen, I stood up, and I was part of the solution to this problem, and I fought, and I joined in the grassroots revolution to take back this country, and we got this country back, and we reminded Washington, D.C. of what's in our Constitution. So that's what we're about. I'm hopeful that can happen. That's why I'm running. That's why I'm working. That's why I'm asking you to help, because I have not given up on America. This country is great. This is a Christian nation. I don't care what Obama says. We are a Christian people. We are a Christian nation. We have Christian roots. We know where we came from. We're not going to let them rewrite history. We are going forward. We are going to take this country back. That's the message. That's the only thing we can do. We've got nowhere else to go. This is our country, and we've got to do it.
If we don't take back this country, it's our own fault. Many people that have studied history have talked about the Revolutionary War period and how prior to that war actually breaking out, there was only a small percentage of people, maybe 10% of people supported, and another 10% did not want to get out, and everybody else kind of stood to see where things would go. It takes a minority to actually get going if that minority is motivated enough. Are you familiar with that?
Well, yeah, they said, in the revolution that there was just a small number of people that actually understood what was at stake and got mobilized. It wasn't, everybody didn't believe this way. It wasn't even close to a majority. It was just a small percentage of the people really stood up and said, hey, we're not going to go this direction, and they're going to provide leadership. And that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. I want to provide that leadership. I want to provide that grassroots movement that people can join on to and say, hey, we've got someone leading the charge. Let's step up. Let's join them. Let's be a part of this. And it's not about me. This is not about me and Bob Parker. This is about you. This is about your country. This is about your freedom. It's not about just Bob Parker and my campaign and me getting to Congress. It's about getting somebody to represent you that understands your freedom and your Constitution. And when I'm gone, the next guy will step up, and he will take that place to represent the same freedom and liberty that I'm fighting for and we're fighting for today, and to educate you and to educate people in Missouri and across this land. What is at stake? Remind them again, what is at stake? What our founders fought and bled and died for. That's what's at stake, and that's what we're fighting for.